Hey people. Um, this story's been kind of on my mind for a while, for a couple days now. There was a news report. I'm not even going to give the source the dignity of linking to it, because the reporting was shoddy and bad, and it just was totally biased against the community. But apparently there was a gentleman, I hate to use the word gentleman, I prefer to use the term low-life scumbag, who decided it would be a good idea to abduct a woman. Now, you're saying, how is this connected to the community in any way, shape, or form? Well, apparently this person was a frequenter on FetLife. And some of the groups he would frequent were the abduction play groups. Now, let me do a little backtracking in history here. If you remember a while back, if you dig through the archives of my videos, I talked about the great FetLife purge that happened I think it was just a couple months ago. This was a massive blunder on the side of FET. The reason that they did the purge in the first place was because they were under threat to lose their credit card processing company. So they decided, in their infinite wisdom, that it would be a good idea to go and succeed to the demands of this credit card company and kick off tons and tons of groups and kill tons and tons of fetishes on FET to try to appease this credit card company. Well, that didn't work. The credit card company still decided to back out. They have not been able to find a replacement since then, and they've been coming up with different ways and schemes. You can send them a check. I'm playing with one of my favorite knives. This is actually illegal in a lot of states, so but it's my knife. I love playing with it. It's one of my favorite knives to play with. But this was they've been trying to find a company to take and process credit cards for them. But they have not been successful at this. So they have come up with other ways of trying to do this. Their latest scheme is, hey, buy Walmart gift cards and just give us the numbers on the gift cards and we'll count that towards your support. So anyways, after this purge happened, the massive backlash by tons and tons and tons of people on FET who were just pissed off that FET would do this, would kowtow to a credit card company. And then the credit card company decided to pull out anyways. FET decided to do the right thing and return the groups. This was both a good thing and a bad thing. The bad thing is that among these groups were abduction play groups. Yeah. And within the realm of these abduction play groups were this person who decided to take some of the information he got off of these abduction play groups and use it to do an actual real life abduction. Okay, let's deal with a couple things here. Do I think abduction play is wrong? Absolutely not. If that's what you're into and that's what, fantasy, like I said, I've defended rape play. I've defended Nazi play. I've defended all kinds of abhorrent styles of play because as soon as we start saying this kind of play is wrong and that kind of play is wrong, then literally every kind of play is up for debate of whether it's right or wrong. Like I said, the only types of play that I absolutely disagree with are any type that actually will lead to permanent physical body damage. Okay, not talking things like cuttings or piercings or needle play or things like that. I'm talking like what the play you're doing is going to cut off a limb, okay, or cut off even a finger, or gouge out an eye. Those plays, to me, go way over the edge because you are now breaking one of the cardinal rules of doing this kind of play, which is you always want to have reusable bottoms. If you cannot, after the end of your play, return your bottom back to to the state they were prior to the play that you started with, again, putting aside things such as cuttings and any branding or any of that stuff which is meant to be a permanent body modification, putting those aside, you always want at the end of your play or within an hour or two of that play to them to be back to a normal situation. Things like cathartic play kind of come off to the side. Things like rape play, things like, again, abduction play. These things are a lot more heavier and could take a lot longer to get back to normal. But the goal is always to get back to normal. The thing about it is that if you are so mentally screwed up that you think that what we do as play is something you can go out and do to a person who's not consenting, what the hell is your problem? We live in this society that makes a very simple pact with each other. What we do, regardless of what we do, is consensual. It doesn't matter. It could be something really super heavy. You could be doing some really out there play styles, but as long as everybody agrees to it, doesn't matter if you're doing it under a safe, sane, and consensual style, whether you're doing it a risk-aware kink style, risk-aware consensual kink style, or some other system out there. The one consistent rule is everything you do is consensual. For this media outlet to go after Fed for something that this gentleman or scumbag could have gotten this information literally anywhere else is absolutely ridiculous. On this website that this video is going up to, I absolutely guarantee if you wanted to learn how to do abductions, there's a video showing you how to do it. Okay, you want to learn how to do abductions? There's videos showing you how to do it. There's websites that give you detail, point by point, how to do it successfully. Here's the thing. I don't think any of that should be off limits. I'm a fan, I don't own it, not yet anyways, the Anarchist Cookbook. I'm a fan of it. Do I think there's a lot of information in there that's outdated, but still is dangerous? Yes. But it doesn't matter if it's dangerous. Freaking Mein Kampf is still legal and can be bought anywhere. You can go on Amazon right now and buy Mein Kampf. I don't think that our freedom of speech should be relegated to, does it make somebody else comfortable? Freedom of speech and freedom of expression should always be tested in this one manner. Is it harming another human being? In this case, what this individual did was take the information of his own free will and do something with it which was dangerous. Something that was abhorrent, was outright illegal. He did not get consent from this person. He is now in jail, and thank God he is. But here's the thing. Literally take any other style of play we do. Literally any other style of play we do. And it could be used in the wrong way. Does that mean that we should abandon, certain types of play simply because somebody might take it the wrong way? Should we abandon rope play because somebody might take advantage of somebody tied up in rope? Do we take, simple bondage with, those cuffs and collars over there, and say you can't own those because those can be used to, tie somebody up and abduct them and put them into a situation where they can't escape? No. This is what we do. We live we live in a community that plays on the edge. Okay? And sometimes figuratively and sometimes literally. We play with very dangerous objects. This entire wall behind me is weapons. We should not give up our freedom to be able to do something because somebody does something stupid with the information that we provide. That is wrong. You may not like abduction play. I've never done it. But I know people who have. And they've done it successfully. They've done it where everybody involved, including not only people who were the abductors, but the abductee, was happy at the end of the scene because this is the scene that they had planned out. This is what we do. We play with things that society disagrees with. As I stated, Nazi play. You may not like Nazi play. You might not like the idea of Nazi play. You may not even understand what Nazi play is, but just because I use the term Nazi, you suddenly are like, whoop, 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 Nazis. Oh, I can't believe, oh my God, they're talking about Nazis. Or pre-revolutionary slave master play. Guess what? It happens. Where a white dominant and a black submissive play in an antebellum style, house slave or field slave style mentality, and use all the negative hurt words, N words aplenty. And you know what? People may not like it. People might think it's wrong. I personally would not ever do it, but I'm not going to stop them from doing it. If everybody in that situation consents to it, and they have all agreed on a set time limit, they've all agreed on what the rules are, they've all agreed on all, they've gone through a conversation, negotiation. If there's a safe word involved, then they've set up a safe word. Then they've also set up an aftercare. They've also set up all of the things that are necessary for this scene. Then it's not your right to tell them they can't do it. There's people right now, somewhere on this planet, doing some kind of play I don't agree with. But I'm not going to try to stop them. This weekend, all over this country, all over this world, at dungeons, all over this planet, people are going to be doing styles of play I don't agree with. But I'm not going to stop them. And neither should you. And neither should we allow the government to step in and tell us we can't do it. And unfortunately, with people writing articles like this, it's going to try to influence politicians to create this scenario where our freedom of speech is going to be interrupted by the government, and we are now going to have to go and fight for our freedom for things we don't necessarily agree with. I mean, it's amazing. These are arguments that should have already been fought and won. Okay, you may not like this kind of stuff, but you know what? Don't care. Not my problem. So, to me, the fact that Fed has these particular groups, great. Not my thing. Again, your kink's not my kink. My kink's not your kink. And that's okay. Things I'm into that you're not going to be. Hell, knives, fire. I got an electric kit over there. Got floggers on the wall. I've got canes on the wall. I've got all kinds of implements of destruction all over me and all around me. This could literally kill a person. But I use this to bring joy and happiness to people. So you know what? Next time there's a play style out there you don't like, guarantee there's a play style that you're doing that other people ain't gonna like. And that's okay. But the second you start saying they're wrong because of X, they have the exact same right to do that to you. So, that's it for now. Be well and safe.